Good morning, everyone. I have a few messages, a union read, and a twin flame read. Let's start by taking 3 deep breaths. Another deep breath. And one more deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. It's beautiful and sunny here. And thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and roll the die first to see what's going on for the twins today. For the twin flames. Okay, we have Capricorn. We have the number 2 of the feminine, the high priestess, seeing both sides of the situation, mediation perhaps. And then the south node again, which is Sagittarius, releasing the Sagittarius energies. Okay. So if Capricorn releasing Sag, and 2, which is the high priestess, which is Pisces, there can be other energies that come up around that, but that's the main energy I get. So Capricorn, Pisces, so there's restriction with Capricorn. Pisces is the dream weaver with Neptune. I don't know when the retrograde is, but that Neptune energy of being dreamy and illusion, and then pulling back on that when it goes retrograde, and then the releasing of the Sagittarius energy of expansion, that need to perpetually expand, right? The Capricorn is the taskmaster, pulling back again, the brakes to the accelerator. So let's go ahead and start this. The first message of the day. At 5:15, which is the 5 of the Hierophant, the 15 of the Devil, the underlying energy being the butterfly, the whip, the moon reverse, and imprisonment. The fire ant, the collective attack on butterfly's transformation, or loser being carried home by a chip or a clip after a fight or a wreck. 2 as 1 opening a door to dive deep with well wishes and disguised so they can crack the whip from within. An undercover boss was coming up here. A bold move to peace in a twist of fate. The Page of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Swords upright. The Queen of Pentacles upright in deception, or cleaning the air, or clearing the air, or subconscious, or up before dawn, or the Queen of Pentacles with Cancer in their chart, dealing with child and friend. Mature man occupied, or with woman, with official person, or with making it official. The journey of the thief and imprisonment, or railroad or railroading by thief in prison. Transforming, this can be stealing from yourself as well, or deceiving oneself. Transforming and getting tough, or freedoms in crackdown here, or a crackdown on freedoms, on deception and those going to prison, or their own imprisonment. Justice and present, or justice is present, or a gift or hindsight, a blessing in disguise, or justice as a present, which again is always truth and balance. So at 5:31, which is the Hierophant and the 31 of the 5 of Wands, expansion, conflict, games, competition, or the pursuit of happiness, we have the Owl, the Tower, the King of Wands, and change. The wise bird towering over the King of Wands for change, or wise old owl at the university or institution or the powers that be, with the King of Wands pushing for change, or the King of Wands hermiting more or going within. The Sun, exposure of the hermit or wise one. And the second pile here is the rabbit, the loving lady, the wounded warrior, and the courthouse. The bunny in fear about the loving lady and the wounded warrior at the courthouse, making it official, or a gift or present to the King of Wands, the man of passion. And then the elephant, the polar bear, and the Two of Wands reversed, or the twin flames reversed, in the empty family room. The elephant never forgets, with Indian and African without options but empty nest, towering over the main bear or the mama bear, forcing their hand in the family room. The devil's work complete, idle's hands and all. Idle hands, in the devil's workshop. The fourth pile was the spider, the sun, the emperor, and the main female. The energy of the spider in the web, like the lion in their den, to expose the emperor and the main female, or offer time in the sun away from them. Expanding with the high priestess, secrets or psychic abilities. And the fifth pile, the lion, the lion, the maze, the Queen of Swords reversed, and the man with concern. The spider's web, the lion's den, working the way through the labyrinth to the center, with the Queen of Swords reversed with concerns, or unhappy, perhaps some harsh words, and man with concerns, coming together to stand up for the self. The sixth pile is the beaver, the sun, the Eight of Swords, and the little girl. The beaver working hard to make a break through the dam, imprisoned by little girl or child, or something new in lover's romance, or subconscious bubbling up to be seen. The wise and scared, the biggest rules, the den of thieves, and the spider and lion all working hard. The powers that be with the loving lady and the polarized bear pushing for sunshine and exposure through the labyrinth in order to make that breakthrough. The King of Wands and the wounded warrior without option, with the Emperor upright and the Queen of Swords reversed, imprisoned, and the change of residence making it official, with main female and man with concerns about their little girl, or perhaps the little girl within. The bear, scorpion, crow, and the sacral cheetah, with lots of energy, ready to pounce, or needing to pick someone to create with. The gift of the mama bear's sting, moving mountains, to free the crow's distance and connect two as one with the power man. The King of Swords hermit with synchronicities, holding their tongue at home, working hard to court with high honor, but the home, or perhaps home and sick to stomach, or giving orders to rest. That could be someone who's being given orders to rest because maybe they're not feeling well, or to give it a rest. And that could be meditation, prayer, and laying it to rest as well. At 554, which is the Hierophant, and the 54 of the Page of Swords, that can be the Hierophant or the Taurus energy, and the Page of Swords of the message. The worm and the deer, the one keeping to self, or deer one, with a mountain to climb and directions to follow. The Knight of Wands reversed and the Knight of Pentacles upright, and the mature woman with great fortune. The worm with insurmountable obstacle, falling short of the mature woman or mother energies or boss. The deer with direction, or the dear one with direction. The loyal, humble servant of great fortune. Her daughter, her prize, can't win in her eyes, with the dolphin, the phoenix, and the raccoon coming up, and the little rascal comes up here. Home taking a chance with loving man, wanting to leave, but imprisoned, or impassioned rather, to co-create or work. The man in despair, with privileged lady sending a message, or in exchange for a gift, or exchange of a gift from a main male. All right, here's the second message. This was at 9:33 a.m. with the camel, the anchor, the devil, and the occupation. Independent, anchoring down, the devil on fire with occupation, or occupied. The wise elephant holding flame with half a tusk and needing to clear their mind and breathe through it, speaking truth. The camel, a little bluesy perhaps. Child with breakthrough about gifts, petty annoyances, and anchoring in. Alternative beliefs, divorce, holding tongue, moving to peace, in need of help, money, or opportunity, or insecure without the tools to manifest. The devil on fire about the main female, who works very hard, with man up to something, perhaps with thoughts about a woman, with great fortune. Older man concerned, along with mature woman, about daughter giving gift to main male, with unexpected income from occupation. The wounded warrior in energetic exchange, or the rolling stone, or unable to anchor in work, even though has great desire here. The first pile was the dolphin, the twin bridges, the 9 of Pentacles reversed in expectation. The friendly sort, crossing twin bridges, powerless to mothers' or women's expectations. The Queen of Cups and the twin flame, or choosing path, and the crow with direction towards Scorpion's stinger, looking back at adjudication, irresponsibility, divorce, or regarding the 2 of Cups and union or house at 10:05, which is a turn for the better, and the 5 of the Hierophant. The Scorpion stinger out over the 2 of Cups connection, with big love wanting to make it official, and the Queen of Wands with open heart, ready to leap. The shark with elephant in the room, and 4-leaf clover with the King of Swords reversed in despair. The High Priestess, secret, and man in despair on the journey. The fifth pile is the unicorn trying to get through to the shark, about the doctor-patient relationship perhaps, with mental challenges or over-isolation dimension, coming out a wealthy man if the hermit goes down, the dancing with the death, or end or transition, and the sixth pile being the cheetah, the owls, the 4 of Pentacles reversed in the pathway. The cheetah ready to pounce with wise counsel, letting go to fix or make amends, or the pathway that's lined with transformation here, the hanging man being wise, and the wounded warrior needing to transform. The gazelle, the elephant on the Serengeti, or the gazelle is elegant on the Serengeti, the snake in the garden with the poison apples, and the Page of Cups reversed, vulnerable to the thief, with the chariot trigger of the Queen of Wands. Let's see what else is coming up here. And then one more message of the day, and then we're going to get right into the union read. And this was at 10:27 to 30, which is the 27 of the Ace of Wands through the 30 of the union energy. The spider, the star, the King of Cups reversed, and the child. The spider in web weaving, like the lion's den. The elephant and the innocent otter, waiting on the collective awakening, with fleeting inspiration, turning into the sting of the scorpion, due to the spider needing a jump start in order to heal more. 2 as 1 in nest, abundant fish in abundant flow, committed to home and family with path of dreams, or for dreams to come true. The innocent Page of Cups, with perhaps the mother or Capricorn choosing path, with the Queen of Wands, or of the Queen of Wands, choosing the path of the Queen of Wands, with the Emperor reversed, out of control, whether that's abusing their power, or in stepping down, feeling unempowered, or stepping down and retiring perhaps, no longer wanting to control others. The Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Chariot upright, waiting for him to come out. The Magician reversed and the King of Cups reversed, in need of magic, with Aries reversed, Cancer upright, Gemini or Virgo both reversed, the King of Cups reversed, being perhaps manipulative or just emotionally detached or unavailable emotionally, with mature woman who took journey to get them and make them feel at home, with a message of concern for privileged lady and little girl, or privileged little girl. Spider in their domain, the star in their world, the King of Cups reversed, perhaps an alcoholic father or victim mentality, detached emotionally, unavailable to little girl who's happy that she is the moon. The first pile here is the wise owl with a breakthrough, the sun out in a breakthrough, with the Page of Swords upright and a message for one in bad health or ill or upset or not feeling well. He being still or patient, the patient one, the one who needs health care, or a nursemaid, or in other words, going into the victim mentality. So when you tell someone to be patient, you're telling them to be a patient, which is someone in a hospital. And then lovers expand. The second pile is the beaver who's hardworking, with the polar bear, the powers that be, or the mama, the polarization here of pushing to crack the whip and the fight in pursuit of happiness for the daughter's happiness and their happily ever after, with the devil and the Empress and or Gaia at hand here. The third pile with Mr. Ed, which is Saggy coming up, or God, with third eye opened, cleaning out the barn, with Hierophant or Taurus in despair and committed to being sad with loyal puppy friend who will lie there beside him to the end. Justice of the journey with good news. The fourth pile of the swans, the Paramahamsa, reflecting the loving man, to focus on the heart and rest, trusting him with no one home. Or two female swans with loving man, taking a break, a rest, a meditation, or empty home, or emptying the vessel, and of course empty nest syndrome can come up here as well. The twin flames choosing a path of completion, or in other words coming full circle. In the fifth pile of the shark in circles, the shark swimming in circles, dun 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 dun, which is also about the elephant in the room, with the key to freedom, the love with lovers, the Christ in the shadow, the Batman cobra and the wolf, the teacher with students, meditation, if willing to listen, the bat in the bat cave with multiple masks, facades, and the King of Swords reversed, orphan, the powerlessness to legal papers and or teacher who cut out their BS, or cut off dependent, or is worried about them cutting off a dependent, or their dependent spending could be legal stuff that may come up. At 11:13, which is justice and the transition of the wolf, being peaceful, stunned, or mesmerized by the peaceful, spiritual, and maturity in uncomfortable feelings after emotions, or without emotions to ground into. The orphan with legal papers but no grounds, and the King of Swords reversed with the sovereign reversed or dependent, uncomfortable with masks and discipline of spirituality, of the parent allowing their pack to make their own choices, but may not financially support them in that. Perhaps he afraid mother or father will cut them out, or cut them out completely. And then we have the 10, 10, and 30, which is that very high vibration of two destinies coming together in union, in a high vibration union. The King of Cups reversed, or the boy of poverty, and the King of Wands upright, which is the man of passion with the weight of the world on their shoulders. The black egg and the vulture, speaking their truth, with vultures waiting, diving deep to purify the well water and well wishes, looking closer where needed, with new love and grounding and integrating and mastering of it, receiving of it. The new passion without affection or to break up, with vulture only seeing the bacteria, the small print, and not the big print, the title of the contract, which is love. The main female and the wealthy man, the high priestess in transition. The main male with a case closed between him and hard-working magician or sunshine, the Queen of Cups, and towering inferno thinking of her. The emperor courtship with unexpected income, with new passion to work together for gifts and dreams to come true, offering gifts and expecting a show of gratitude, wanting to know it was received in the spirit in which it was given, which is the thank you. She choosing path with certain expectations of respect and honor from or for the Knight of Wands, which is the mission, right? And the energy that was coming up is life made you the victim. Now it's up to you to choose if you want to stay there, controlled by the outside world, or to go within and rise above, to be happy in gratitude and bliss of all that is. So now we go to the union read, which is the 45D60 union read, 623, which today's the 24th. 24 is the Queen of Wands, and let's see what we have here today, 22, 27. So today's the 28th of the Twin Flames, being the 24th of September. Or is it the 39? What am I saying? 23, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So 37 was yesterday, and today's 38. So excuse me, it's the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, right? The two who are very much in their emotions and mastering emotions of love. So today's the 38 of the Queen of Cups, and this is the union read at 8:21, which is the 8 of the dance, and the 21 of completion, the world, coming full circle. And also 8 is manifesting your dreams. With the 5 of Pentacles and the underlying energy, or in the Syrian Starseed deck, this is the Hermit in the Mary Magdalene cave. The central energy of the 9 of Swords, the suffering and silence, or the hiding, and the 8 of Cups at the end, about walking away and within. The Hermit in the Mary Magdalene cave, hiding underground, out of the sun, or hideout, secret room and walking away, or while others are leaving. 3 different kinds of hostages come up here. The incoming divine feminine with the Ace of Pentacles, reflection, and the 8 of Swords. The offer of a new life, reflecting what she found. Crystal pieces put together, but under closer observation and moving light, found a huge breakthrough, a diamond in the rough, while hiding out by the creek or finding a way out without being seen, or 2 hermits, one dark, one light, but together with crystal diamond light, hiding in the woods out back or across the street, out in the cold, the stone-breaking plant under close watch while seeing if the coast is clear. The 4D is the 2 of Cups, the Sun, and the 6 of Pentacles. The divine feminine soulmate, not who she thought, the divine masculine pleading for mercy, the imbalance for imbalance, to love them no matter what. Bridging in the sun, full exposure, energized, partners seeing crystal walls or giving to others. The 5D is the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the abundance, or the Gaia energy, the Empress, the divine feminine workplace, or Trinity, which is tri, ni, tai, try, a show of gratitude, or a show of power and gratitude, right? Your sovereignty of being in your power and gratitude of all that is. In co-creating with divine masculine, the mother of abundance, bridging the know-how, and then the support underground, purging it out. At 8:56, the dance of the 2 of Swords, being in your knowing and keeping your energy clear, or just being quiet into yourself. The 6D here, the 8:56, is the King of Wands, the Queen of Cups in the center, and then the 10 of Swords. The divine feminine with the King of Wands shaman, or manifesting him, or mastering her passions. The divine masculine, a painful ending or ending pain, getting a massage, or painful spine, or being spineless, bridged by the Queen of Cups, enjoying herself. The outgoing divine masculine with Starseed, the 8 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles, and a big download, new start, opening the crown, to line the steps to the portal, to work to align, to be the King of Pentacles, the master of crystals, Akashic records, and walking away when needed. The divine feminine connected at work with the King of Wands, the man of passion. The divine masculine sharing with Mother of Abundance for pain or for bliss, to end the pain through manifest. The bridge being sunshine on my shoulders and darkness in the woods, merging with a cup of love. I was getting Java as well. A cup of love in the fountain of Aqua Lemuria, the tropics of Cancer, to his Capricorn here. The divine feminine with Virgo on her side and the King of Wands, the man of passion. The divine masculine with Taurus and Aries on their side with the King of Pentacles, the man of manifestation. Between them is Sagittarius or Leo with Queen of Cups. The Hermit going within and he walking away with 2 kings, 2 hermits, the Empress and the Queen of Cups. With the real twin, will the real twins please stand up? Acing unity, reflection of fear, stars see dance of unity in mastering Akashic manifestation. The overall number was 60 of the 6 of Swords, which is moving to peaceful waters. The horizontal pillars 23, 12, and 25, which is the King of Wands, the Hanging Man, and the Knight of Wands. And the verticals were 6 of the Lovers, 0 of Source, 8 of the Dance or manifestation, the 5 of the Hierophant, 9 of the Hermit, 16 of the Tower, 0 again of Source energy, and then the double 8s, which is the dance of the twins, side by side, until they're able to come into union, which then becomes the infinity symbol on its side, each being the polarization of masculine and feminine, and then doing the dance within, between the both of them. The King of Wands hanging out with the Knight of Wands, which can be a father and child, or 2 fiery signs, to move to peace. And then the peaceful dance to end the war, and the war within, with an epiphany about source and the crazy eights or twins. The lovers sourcing their strength to change and go within for sudden event, sudden epiphany, or about sourcing the crazy eights, the dance. And then the rolling stone was coming up here again. So if you take the letter E, and especially if you do it in a block letter, if you do the E, which then if you tip it over becomes the M, which tip it over again, it becomes the number 3, and then you tip it over, it becomes the letter W. That's the rolling stone. The energy roll, the rolling stone, the Eve, the Mary Magdalene, and the 3 witches. And this, when you put them all together, becomes the gift or the present. And on top of it, the ash, which is the A and E. But if you flip that over and put them together, you literally get the bow on top. Even if you just put the ash symbol of the A and E, is a bow. So that's on top of the gift of the rolling stone. The ash is also coming up as the, if you reflect it vertically, the ash becomes an O with a tail up top on the right, and then it becomes the number 2, and then 1 U or LU, which comes up as Lu. So the reflection of ash, which means light in Pleiadian, means is reflected is ode to Lu. So again, the reflection of light is Lu. So you see how it always comes out correct. All right, so the gift with the bow on top, with icing, the ash or light on top, the ode to Lu, the fallen star, with snowflake, cold flakes, Florida keys, the key to mistake, and Mr. Give. The blessing in disguise, the moment before the surprise. The 928 of the Syrian Starseed deck was cut for the read in front of you now. And 928 is the Hermit and the Twins, the choice of path. And at 938, which is the Queen of Cups and the Hermit, the Ker of Orbs came up, which Ker can mean negative spirits. And it has lots of other meanings, which you can look up if you like, the K-E-R. But Orbs is about thoughts and words, but also blind men and orphans. So the bad spirit of thoughts and words, and focusing on them, or BS in other words, or BS, O-R-B-S. In completing this read at 950, which is the 9 of the Hermit and the 10 of Cups, the completion of emotional cycle, or satisfaction, you know, the biggest emotional fulfillment you can achieve is the 10 of Cups, right, with home and family and love, and perhaps a happy ending. And then the Alchemy, Lovers, and Chariot come up as the major arcana, Alchemy being the Temperance card, the Lovers and the Chariot, and beneath it the Karma and the Shadow. After that is the Luna, which is the Moon, Abundance, which is the Empress, Strength, and the Reason, which is the Emperor. So we have the Empress and the Emperor here right after the read. We have 1 cup, 2 wands, 2 swords, and 3 pentacles. And the numbers in the read are double 1s and double 9s, which is justice and lots of compassion and endings. The collective consciousness, the wise one going within, and the 1-1 of justice, truth, and balance, and that inspiration of the masculine. And this is the transition from the old cycle to the new. And then in between there we have the 3-4-5, which is the 3D, 4D, 5D, which has been a theme the past couple days here. And then we also have the 13 of the transition or death card, the 58 and 59. 58 is the 4 of swords, 59 is the 5 of swords. And then the 19 of the sun, right, exposing everything and energizing it. We have the Page of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles and Page of Swords within the read, which is a lot of young energy there, whether it's children or messages or action. And before the read, the Knight of Wands came up with the Wounded Warrior. The code line was all about a happy ending, but split up into hap, P, or pi, P-Y, and ending. So the number in the code line, let's see, we had 1, 4, 1 and 4, and that's it. So it's 1 and the 4, which becomes 5, which is the Hierophant, or change, freedom, and expansion for the happy ending, which is that 10 of Cups. And the messages came up as user, aces taking the high road in alternating currents, or air conditioning, which can be conditioning of the air sign, the thoughts and words, at rest or break, or 5D connecting to the left, the divine feminine, the Chariot. an addition to happy ending or random of luck here in a lucky ending, which random of luck may be a surprise ending with the PY, which is the pi energy, which is a human energy that's balanced. It may not be expanding yet, but at least it's balanced. And then we have the after death of the niece, the granddaughter, the woman, or the male kin, to load of burden or break left, which is the feminine energy, the chariot, the climber, unexpected happy ending, or that pi of unexpected balance of the human, of being centered again. Maybe someone who thought they wouldn't get centered again did. To use or infected ads here, right? So on TV, ads that may infect you with things that aren't good for you, or erupting, which is kind of like the pimple, right? Erupting from within, or but using those infected ads or eruptions as an asset, right? Turning lemons into lemonade. The princess and the pea, or the pea and the princess at rest, come up here with the heart rate and alternating currents. Sleeping Beauty or Snow White. To the left, or exiting left, resting to the nth degree. The charioteer, or the charioteeker, or plow, climber, spoke. Something added to the chariot to increase its worth. And the chariot's the feminine within the masculine, ascending, right, to heaven on earth. After death, nor'easter, which is saying nor'easter. So it's not Easter after death of Christ rising here. Acing the high road. Before meal nap was source, right? Which is that prayer. Before meal nap was source. The chariot with the spoke, the climber. I'm getting that little wooden climber that kind of climbs up to the clock, like that, something that would be German made, I think. The chariot spoke climber, the plow, or addition to unexpected PI, and there could be a PI here, or the PI is the pi energy of the circle with the line through, which represents in my alphabet the human and the embodiment of source, which is the 0, and the line through it represents the balance, but there's no dance. There's no flow yet, but it is balanced, which is good. It's like the 3D human being balanced, as opposed to the 5D human, which is the dance. The PI ending, or making it a wrap, like there's a wrap, but this is a cliffhanger, right? It's not over yet. It's a cliffhanger. It's the end of the episode, or round 1, so to speak. And then we have the Ace of Cups upright, and beneath it, the Knight of Wands reversed, the Knight of Wands up, the Nine of Wands upright, the Eight of Swords reversed, Karma upright, and the Shadow. The player falling short, the wounded warrior released, no longer hiding from karma and the shadow, embracing with love, offering the truth about frustration and lack of arousal, humor, or inspiration, and inability to understand. The 1037 of the high vibration with the 37, unconditional love, the King of Cups. Letting go to fix and mend or make amends, with the King of Swords upright, clinging after death, or with Scorpio in their chart, or with their stinger out. The Scrooge letting go to be the King of Cups love, with bliss, with High Priestess secret or psychic abilities, and soulmates implementing a plan, excited to slide down the banister. The Garden and stake a claim in boots. And I'm getting Puss in Boots at 1041, which is the high vibe of love, of the offering of love. Keeping head above water and offering lots of flowers to be blessed with love and watch it grow and be inspired to know. The 1042 of that high vibration, the Two of Cups. The Knight of Wands, wounded warrior, out of hiding to face karma and do shadow work, unconditional love. The alchemy reversed of losing patience for fallen angel, and Sagittarius reversed, drained or feeling burned literally, or overexposed, out of control, Leo reversed, Emperor reversed, which is ego out of control or ego death, or kids in the Emperor reversed and disconnect or at a distance with the High Priestess aid, peacemaker, secret keeper, spiritual advisor, out of control, not seeing eye to eye, seeing their difference, and the High Priestess being wise. Attraction comes up here, and beneath it, finances and career, with all business relationship not working out, surprising the Queen of Swords upright, with the man in the mirror, the Emperor reversed out of control, with the Queen of Wands reversed, no longer undressing in front of them. The Queen of Swords upright, not impressed by the Emperor reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, he being ungrateful for food, and she's sneaking into the bathroom to dress. Or sneaking into another's closet here can be coming up too. Or a couple not working, and shocking that the Queen of Swords upright and the Emperor reversed are not working out due to the Queen of Wands reversed. And that can just be someone who's tired, sick, or sick and tired, or angry. And then we have abundance, which is the 88 of the dance of the masculine and feminine. And beneath that perseverance of the 4 of the Emperor, who needs control, which is 4, remember, is manifesting survival, not dreams. So if you want to manifest survival, then you live in fear. If you want to manifest dreams come true, then you dance in the 8 of the flow. The crazy 8's coming out, falling short, or crazy player at night, with the 3 of Swords reversed here, with healing and forgiving, unable to rest, or awakening without option. The suffering and silence with Rapunzel in the E tower, or the 5D tower, frustrated and unable to understand the brokenness, the lack of inspiration, the inability to conceive or conceive of, or shocking revelation, or broke down and erupted or exploded at 10:59 at the 11th hour, the moment before 11 on the dot, in sudden event, epiphany, or sexual exchange, or thrown out, with Pop-Top on the warpath, unable to control themselves, with Cancer both upright and reversed, Scorpio both upright and reversed, so a lot of water here, Aquarius upright, Capricorn upright, Pisces upright, Leo reversed, Aries reversed, Virgo reversed, and the Tower upright of the King of Cups and the Page of Wands, and the High Priestess with the Queen of Wands reversed, and the abundance of the crazy 8's. Scorpio, King of Cups perhaps, and Pisces, Page of Wands. The Queen of Wands may be tired and frustrated, and the King of Cups excited by the High Priestess, Queen of Wands reverse abundance. Committed lovers dumping emotional attachments here, or perhaps found the one. At 11:11, dumping the load, the burdens, the responsibilities, perhaps with X, or free from failure, letting go of failure, which is letting go of the victim mentality, letting go of neediness and the lacking of confidence. The Page of Swords reversed in negative energies, which is someone who could be spying or lying or spreading rumors or just, mouthing off. It's very immature energy. Being negative and choosing a path to satisfy the Empress with an opportunity to hang out. In the recent past is the 3 of Wands, present to the King of Cups, and the surprise or shock of hanging out at present. The Queen of Swords speaking to receive love from the Page of Pentacles with an invitation for breakdown or broke down warrior released by offer of time, money, and effort. Shamed and defenseless sovereign here, and the foundation being losing patience, running away from release or escaping from prison, defenseless of or being without an excuse, dumping a load, a burden, or responsibilities, and wanting to run away kind of thing. The central energy of the Ace of Wands reversed with no passion, or broken, King of Wands reversed. At 11:27, the justice of the passion that is held within. The King of Wands reversed, feeling overworked or not working out, with satisfaction, or satisfied, or perhaps being seen as an arrogant Queen of Wands reversed, which can be someone who's mad, frustrated, or not working out. And that could just be not going to the gym, so maybe you just need to go to the gym. And the challenge being the 4 of Swords upright at war after death and energetic exchange, with synchronicity options and heaven in their eyes, an offer of time, money, and effort, and or new life, starting over insecure, unable to manifest, with the Hierophant reversed, narcissist, confessing only after the fact, knowing and keeping to themselves, the Hermit reversed in separation and coming out, with the World reversed, losing patience, sharing, or settling out, between Pisces reversed and Saggy reversed and Virgo reversed, or one going crazy, moving to peace, with Libra, King of Swords, helping them along. Now, in the current moment, is the Page of Pentacles upright, curious about being free from leaving or going their separate ways. Out the back Jack, starting over after death or near-death experience, with Tower upright and sudden event, choosing a new path in energetic exchange, or the Arrows of Love. The Page of Pentacles destined to propose to end family and or emotional cycles of unhappiness. The Page of Cups reversed, rejection, with unhappy family between the Knight of Cups upright and the Page of Cups reversed, which can be siblings. With the 6 of Cups, soulmates or children loving each other, whether inside or out. the sovereign or divorcee, deeply wounded, or sovereign and wounded warrior, divorced, or alternative, and not burning the past, the King of Swords upright, grieving loss and regret, with the King of Cups upright, sharing codependencies, depression, or drinking issues. So again, here can be a couple who shares the same wounding that needs to be released. And all that's coming up is that victim mentality, no matter what category it's in, right? So conflicted and drained under the radar, being sad about the Empress upright, the wounded warrior, and the King of Pentacles reversed, out in the cold with twin rumors or negative self-talk or immature communication, moving to peace, destined with the King of Swords. Soon as the lovers reversed, perhaps the breakup or the lack of affection, the fighting with the family, business, or community dysfunction, the suffering in silence, the fallen angel without affection, or in breakup facing fears in separation or break, ending unhappiness of the Page of Cups reversed, which can be rejection or vulnerability, but it could be a shy person also, or a baby crying, but also could be someone who's spoiled and entitled, expecting their way. Or there could be expulsion here. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Knight of Pentacles upright, right, which is that loyal, humble servant, excited to make peace and be strong, or see them off. Injustice of the Queen of Cups, moving or visiting, or homecoming announcement, a wake-up call, judgment to come together for dreams to come true. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Five of Pentacles, the hermit out in the cold, in exile of the group, after sudden event, epiphany, or sex, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed with issues at work, with an upside-down world, with Pisces reversed, divine feminine in the 5D, keeping to themselves. And the challenge being the Chariot reversed, the brokenness, the disappointment with break, the 5D connection and temptation, with a happy ending, and even more so, change, health, and spiritual career, with the Two of Cups lovers at 1158, which is truth and balance of justice, and the 58 of the 5D connection, the Four of Swords, in meditation or laying something to rest, or taking a break, and the Page of Swords reversed, rumors or negative talk, self-talk or otherwise, spying, lying in the wounded warrior, and the Hermit reversed, who's perhaps going crazy or dealing with a parent with dementia or Alzheimer's, or just coming out after over-isolating, finding peace away from Libra, King of Swords. The Page of Swords reversed, sharing or shared with the King of Cups upright, and the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community who's fighting, and the full moon with the Empress being strong through the Ring of Fire, with the Emperor perhaps getting their wish. Okay, let's pull a few oracle cards here and wrap it up. I won't see it. I might be able to get out a video tomorrow. I have a wedding to go to tomorrow, so we'll see about that. So what is the main energy for this read? What do we take away from this? From the Animal Spirit deck here, what is our takeaway from this? We have the crow. And look up the flying the crow's distance, because I used that on one of my diagrams a while back. Flying the crow's distance, and that's the triangle of the hypotenuse, right? Going straight as opposed to going in the right angle, right? Taking the longer way around. So there's the crow standing guard as the collective is awakening, and the colorful high vibrational energy displacing all the dark energy that's pushing outward, which is what all the kind of chaos is. And then here's the lizard energy, which I'm going to read you the lizard today because we haven't read that, or we haven't done it in a long time. And there is a lot of color in here, but it's more like it has browns in it, right? So it's more earthy colored. Even when you're talking about the greens and blues here, they're not bright. It's like there's a little bit of illness that needs to be cleared here, right? Because when you add brown to everything, it becomes more earthy or dull. So there may be some clearing that needs to happen here. And then we have the Firefly, which exudes this bright light, but it can't be sustained. It's like the inspiration that you can't continue perpetually. And it's also like the Firefly can't clear, right? That kind of reptilian energy, perpetually. It may come in waves, because here we're talking about clearing this dark energy that's coming off the earth. And here's the firefly doing that. But then along comes the spider I'm getting for some reason, okay? So then we have the zebra here with the third eye open and looking right at you, right? So that can represent me talking to you as well. And then here we have the wolf who's stunned into submission. So they're either becoming more neutral, no longer wanting to tell their kids what to do or make their decisions for them, right? Because he's the leader of the pack. He's now learned how to be neutral, or he's trying to learn anyway, or he's willing to sit still and listen. And there's the truth in speaking truth. So it's about not only speaking your truth, but listening. And then here we have the elephant. And the elephant never forgets, but they're also very wise and very auspicious as they carry the flame and the third eye. And of course, then India and Africa come up here with the elephant. And you notice the elephant has a tusk missing. So they've been through a lot. They understand because they've lived through it. They've lived through that darkness, the dark ages. You know, the elephant is like the king of the land, right? It's the largest animal. And then here we have the sweet little otter, you know, the 2-year-old who's all innocent and new, who's curious and happy and just has that brand new energy here. Feeling brand new. It's coming up the song, and there's again the collective awakening. And there's the peacock. So that's the last one that wants to come out. The peacock is beautiful within and without, even though they kind of look like a strange bird, right? They have all of the middle energies of the yellows to the greens to the blues, staying balanced toward the center. And then we have the bottom of the hawk, which is interesting too, because the next card coming out is the eagle. All right, you see they're both in the same type of position. Only the eagle is landing on this energy that's expelling all of this golden light. And here is the hawk that's clearing the dark. But you see they're showing the clearing here as a positive energy, right? Because they're pushing away this dark energy using their lower vibrational light, right? The gold and the more oranges and reds. And the same is coming up here as the gold and orange. And then the eagle moving to the 0 point, right? The vortex of the cyclone. So this can represent the cyclone and the eagle flying from the top instead of going through the cyclone to get into the vortex. The eagle is coming in from the top to go in without being affected. And the hawk may be clearing the way for them. So this literally can be a couple right here, right? So one is the base, one is the flyer. So here's that energy coming up again. But again, very much about the air and flying free. All I need is the air that I breathe. So yeah, a lot of cards came out here for you guys. So the crow flying the distance, perhaps with the lizard taking the other way, having trouble holding on to their inspiration, and needing the zebra, perhaps to, that can be like teacher energy too. Those with their third eye open, perhaps helping them out, giving them direction, or stopping for directions here. And then we have the wolf. So it's like these three are here together. So it's like three all facing the zebra, and then the zebra looking at you along with the wolf. So everyone's looking toward the zebra, and then the zebra recruits the wolf to help, although the wolf may not know what to do. And that reminds me of when the Divine Feminines first bring their Divine Masculine online with a video. It's like the feminine knows what she's doing, but the masculine's there not sure what to do themselves, which is really funny. And then we have, ready to speak their truth. Which is coming up as like this very profound moment, right? The elephant's very wise and profound and old, but sees their worth and holds space, holds the flame, holds them when they can't hold themselves, keeping their eye open and perhaps grounding. This is that very grounding energy. And then there's the otter who's very in the middle energy, very well balanced and curious and sweet, but needs the protection of the elephant here, which is very much of the mother kind of energy, but the father as well. It's like mother-father combined. As the collective energy awakens, It's like this is the, the old wise one who brings them together. This can be a reunion between a child and their parents as well, or perhaps getting parents as the awakening of the collective happens. The wiseness of the elephant, the innocence of the otter, and the peacock who's beautiful within and without. It's like bridging the two sides of the awakening collective. It's like the elephant stomps way through to clear the energy, because they everywhere they walk, see, just wherever he steps, he clears, because he's so powerful. To protect the innocent and the young and the beautiful. To be able to see clearly as the collective awakens. It's like the elephant, see, is clearing all these paths so that the innocent and the beauty won't be destroyed. And then we have the journey of love. Right, too. So it's like the grounder and the flyer. The elephant is very much the grounding mechanism, and the hawk being the flyer, clearing above, as above, so below. And let's see what the journey of love has to say. But it's like they're showing as above, so below in the different energy types. So here's the lower chakra system, as above, so below. And then you have the higher chakra system of the greens, blues, and purples. It's very interesting. So the journey of love is the contemplation, and that could be the feminine here, of 69, which is the Ace of Pentacles, which is offering time, money, and effort, or a new life of perfect contentment. And that contemplation of the life that you want, of happiness and contentment. And then the 55 of the truth, which is acceptance. And this is witnessing the miracle. This is like that fantasy life, right? That doesn't exist, but it does. And someone who's bore witness to this, and the acceptance of all that is. And then we have the hidden beauty here. So there's that energy of the feminine energy, okay? And they're both kind of in the same position here, of that sadness. And this is that grieving, the need to purge out wounds of grief, loss, regret, guilt, and shame. And these are both within the feminine energies of knowing the beauty that is. The acceptance of oneself here, especially the feminine side here. Contemplation of their hidden beauty. The fantasy that is the feminine energy, right? The dream world. And this is kind of like a separate message coming out here. The bottom of the deck is the becoming. So again, the space between this comes up as, because it's more of a 2D energy. The 34 of the energetic exchange, the arrows of love, the back and forth of messages and communication and travel, expression of feelings and passions, and the becoming of the exchange after sacred convergence of the choosing of a path, the 28 of the twin flames. And again, this comes up as the twin towers and the etheric energies rising up like a push pop as all of these ETs and masters come to present themselves at the 9/11 memorial. But you see, it's not smooth here. There's a lot of rough energy still there that needs to be cleared. The sacred convergence of the 28 of the choosing of paths, the twin towers. And perhaps the twin towers it's like a massive clearing of karma that had to be had, right? And here's the becoming after that. That was like the beginning of the end of the old, and the becoming of the new, an energetic exchange. And so you have those first cards that came out about the feminine energy, and then there's the within nothing, there is everything, which is the masculine and the feminine. Here's the womb of Mother Gaia, because we're talking about the earth here. And it looks like there's a cross there, like a graveyard, right? So this could be the womb that's underneath a graveyard here of Mother Gaia, the two of the High Priestess, the feminine, that within the nothingness there is everything, right? Because within the womb grows the new child. And then there's the feminine bending over backwards in the vortex, to be part of it, but not in it, right? Staying in the vortex, but being part of the cyclone. And again, here the hair comes up as being an important conductor to the other side. And stretching also is important. But here you see how the belly is being accentuated again, right? The womb, when it's pregnant, extends like that. And here's the yin-yang lover of the 8 and the dance. And here we have the 28 of the twins again, the choice of path. That within nothing there is everything. Within the womb there is the child. Within the vortex there is the love. And then here's the man of the earth, woman of the skies. You see, there is nothing without both. Here's the nothing and the everything. Here's the woman of the sky, or the man of the earth, the woman of the sky, and here's the yin and yang lover. So it's showing you that there's always both in everything. The both in this, the both in that, and the both in this. The 48 is the walking away within. And you see how this is the Christ light at the end of the tunnel. You see the little tunnel made by each. And the white light is here, so it's like we go to the white light and then to the golden Christ light, the unity consciousness. That it's a process, it's a pregnancy, right? The birthing of something new. But it always has to do with both the masculine and the feminine, within the nothing and everything of the feminine, the 8 of the dance of the yin-yang lover, and then the 48 of walking away and within of the man of the earth and woman of the sky, when there are differences, right? Because it's a little bit more turbulent here with the colors and everything coming in like that. And then we have these 2 cards coming up of the space between the words. So again, this is very 2D, like the other card at the bottom of the deck. Right? So this is the underlying energy of the 34, and this is the 24. And they're both very 2D. The space between the words, which is the becoming. That there needs to be space between each, which is the grounding and integrating of each expansion. So every time you learn a lesson, you need the time to be bored to allow your cells to expand and integrate who you now are, because you're no longer who you were since you learned that new thing, or you became that new thing. So there needs to be space between. And then the other card that came up with the space between is the breaking, which is the King of Pentacles. Here's the Queen of Wands, right? So when she gets upset or angry, she needs space so that the masculine energy of the King of Pentacles, can let loose and go crazy a little bit. And then comes together, right? This is the clash, like crashing into you. Because we're in the vortex, but it's crazy. It's like the cyclone got into the vortex. How'd the cyclone get into the vortex there? It's the breaking in, right? So someone broke into the vortex, right? Because the vortex is the peaceful home, and the cyclone is the outside world. And here is the breaking in of the thief who steals someone's heart that's at peace within the vortex. They have to break through the cyclone to get in, right? Or they have to be broken down to get in. And it's like both of them breaking through the cyclones to crash. What's that song? Crashing into each other. Is the breaking of him with the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles, right? The 2D passion here, because passion is not inspiration. Inspiration is the purity of passion. Passion is the ego inspiration. And then we have the 65 of the King, who takes care of everybody else, right? It's the mastering of manifestation. But, it's so easy for ego to get built onto that when you are the king of so many other people's world, right? The ego maybe comes into play too much. And this is where the king has to get broken in to let go of his ego, but not let go of the manifestation ability. And here's the feminine Queen of Wands letting go of that passion and being more inspired as opposed to impassioned. It's letting the ego out of each stage of the process, right? The wands, the cups, the swords, and the pentacles. Learning how to let go of the ego from each of those energies. So let's see what the book says about both. So I wanted to read the lizard to you guys. Let's see what the lizard says. Because, obviously a lizard can have many meanings in our world. But let's see what the book says about the lizard. The lizard says, instinctual and sensitive to subtle and dreamer. The lizard's an expert in the realm of sensory perception. As if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear them down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card's an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name, When they're in balance, they're artistic, telepathic, and spiritual, but when they're out of balance, they're elusive, non-committal, and flaky. To bring them back into balance, they need a creative project. As it's the moment, it just turned 1 on the dot. So a lot of source energy backing up the magician embodiment. And then the first card out was Contemplation, the 69. All right, within you, there is a question arising. When you get the question right, the answer will be self-evident. But you have to plunge your subconscious deep within to find the right question, to articulate it clearly and understand what it is that you are really asking. That question within you is actually a divine gift of awakening. It is your future awakened self waiting to be found and calling to you too. Let the question arise through dreams, dance, meditation, sleep, yoga, time in nature, swimming in the ocean, bathing in aromatherapy bath, or receiving a hot stone massage. The question holds within it the next unfolding petal of the lotus of your being. This oracle brings you an invitation to enter the mystery of your life and your being and allow the biggest question you can summon to emerge from your heart and be expressed through love. Your question may emerge as clear and shining or soft and yielding, a question with no words, only feeling. Whatever truth emerges, let that be your contemplation. In response to that question, the next step forward will unfold before you, revealing in perfect clarity and perfect timing. This oracle brings you a message from your own divine nature. Come sit with me and breathe. I want to ask you something. I want you to ask me something. Together there's a conversation that we are to have now, and there will be beautiful accord between us that overflows into all of your relationships, bringing more understanding and peace. Patterns break through the night, in beams of light awakening, memories of walking on sand, moments, waves replace, waiting for another passerby, and reflections, time to look outward in, to find those hidden spaces residing alone, waiting for a twin soul, waiting for myself. Make sure you drink and get joy and sleep and rise and be love and all that jazz. Bye guys. I'll see you soon. Have an amazing day.